Hello. Um, this is another 15 plus 10 game for fun, so let's see if I can find a game. Alright, we got a game. Let's go d4, e6, c4. I am not an e4 player, so I don't want to go into the French defense. Okay. Really passive, strange play from our opponent. Now I think I do want to play e4 and try and control the whole center. Very interesting stuff. Let's just go knight c3, bishop b7. I mean, I guess just knight f3. Knight here, okay. So let's just push d5. I don't really see a reason not to. Let's take back with the c pawn, I assume. Yeah, I should take back with the e pawn actually, but it doesn't open up my bishop. Even though it does create a weakness on e4, I think it just makes more sense to take with the c pawn. Brings the knight back. Okay, so just bishop g5, I suppose. Continue developing. Yeah, I probably should have played bishop b5 check last move, because c6 doesn't really help him that much. It leaves him with a very large weakness on d6. But a6 is slow, so it's fine. What should I go for here then? Knight d4 is a move. Could also just go bishop e2 castles, but I think I should just play knight d4. Put your pieces into the center. g6. Now that's a very interesting move. I most likely have some crazy sacrifices here. Like, could play knight e6. And if he takes, I can take back with the pawn. It looks very dangerous for his king position, but I don't necessarily think that's necessary. Actually, knight e6. If he takes it, I can just play queen d4 immediately. He has no f6, but he can play e5. That's a problem. So I do actually need to take it back on e6. Now I'm threatening queen d4, so he needs to prevent that. Let's say he plays bishop g7, which is the most normal logical move. There's also queen a4 check to consider. Let's say queen a4 check. Okay, b5 I can take with the bishop. That seems good. Let's say queen d7. Queen d7 is annoying, actually. It's very difficult to find a killing blow here. But I think trading queens, even though it does keep his king in the center, maybe helps him more than it helps me. But he is lacking in development there. Definitely interesting. Okay, what if it's just the normal move? Just knight c6. I'm hitting his queen, so he has to play queen d7, which seems very strange. Or he can take. I take back. I'm threatening queen d4. I also have knight d5. Yeah, definitely very interesting. But I don't think it's that good though. It's very difficult to find like a killer blow here. So I guess maybe just keep developing. But if I really want to, I could go for the queen a4 check lines. Did I misevaluate this? Let's say I take, he takes back with the king. I really don't see that much there. Let's just go something like queen f3 for now. Just a developing move. Now I'm threatening bishop f6 because if the knight takes, I can take back with the queen. The rook is hanging in the corner, etc., etc. And bishop g7. So very logical move. But my point was just that my queen's hitting f7 now, and I quite like that for my position. So after bishop g7, my knight's hanging on d4. So let's say I play knight c6 there. Take, take. And I have some bishop c4 stuff. A bit unclear, but I do think that this is maybe correct. After take, take, maybe he has b5, preventing my bishop from coming to c4. Goes queen d7. Very interesting move. Now he's threatening to win a pawn here, simply. So what happens if I take his knight? He's forced to take back with his knight, and I have bishop f6. Take, take. He can castle. Very annoying. Yeah, I have no idea what to play here. e5 is a move. It threatens e6, which should win instantly. So it has to be taken. Bishop takes. It's a weird move, so let's say pawn takes instead. Very, very strange position, and I'm burning way, way, way too much time here on the clock. Yeah, okay, I mean, let's just play bishop c4 and see if he wants to take the knight. Maybe. Does in fact go for the pawn. Now I just have to find something here, hopefully. Let's just castle. I think I definitely gave away some of my advantage, but I just couldn't find the win. Maybe just not going for bishop e5 was a mistake. Knight here, okay. Well, okay, he is maybe threatening this, but I find it really hard to believe that I have nothing there. There's at least bishop takes f7, but if I play knight d5 right now, then there's not going to be that. Okay, well, knight d5 would threaten taking care if he ever moves his queen, so that should be good enough. Okay, so there's a lot of threats. So obviously he takes. Should I take back with the pawn? Taking back with the pawn seems odd, but it could actually be good to open up the e-file, because basically no matter what, my next move is rook e1 check or rook e1 if he plays bishop e5. Let's say rook e1 check, he plays king f8. Do I really have anything there, or is he just manually castling the king? Well, at the very least I have rook e7 in that position. There's also bishop takes, he's forced to move the rook somewhere. Then I can go rook c1. Okay, but what if he just plays rook c8 and c6? Okay, no, let's take back with the pawn. It does allow him knight f5, but just g4 kicking the knight should be fine. Knight e7 back. Where it comes to the e-file pinning in, should be quite annoying for him to deal with. Oh, my opponent disconnected. Early he comes back, right? There's a minute and a half. There's no way he's gonna actually disconnect. This is great content. I mess up my opening advantage and my opponent just disconnects. Fantastic. There's no way. Surely he comes back. Surely. Well, in the meantime, is there any good moves here for black? Yeah, he can just castle. Obviously, that's just a huge miss from me. 15 seconds. Bro. Is it equal material? Or is he up a pawn? What? Okay, if castles, what do I do? Did he seriously just... Well, that, yeah. It's just castles, right? Okay, not the way to win your games, I guess. That was a very interesting opening, though. 69. That was cringe. Okay. So e4 was fine, but I should have played knight f3 first. Okay, I don't understand that. Knight c3 was good. Knight f3 was good. d5 was fantastic. Taking back with the c-pawn was very good. Taking back with the e-pawn was slight inaccuracy. Yeah, so missing bishop b5 check was bad. Obviously c6. Can I take it? Yeah. Just take knight takes back apparently. And yeah, d6 is majorly weak. Okay. So I missed that. Bishop g5. a6 was best. Knight d4 is bad. I don't know, b4, e5. Yeah, I saw this plan. But I just thought that it was slow. And I didn't see what to do after a5. Like, imagine I get before b5 in, he plays a5. And what's the point? Okay, let's just say he played queen d7 or something. So it just likes the weakness on c6. Very interesting. Okay. I played knight d4 immediately, which was bad. g6 was correct. Queen f3 was bad. I needed to just go bishop e2 castles. And knight c6 was just a miss. I needed to long castle. Okay, let's say long castles. b5. Yeah, no, this is... crazy computer stuff. Bishop c4 was fine. Sacrificing the pawn was actually good, which is kind of funny. I needed to move my bishop in here. Why? Let's say you play a pass for black. What's the threat to take? Take, queen takes back. What's the point? Now knight here. And you can't stop all of the threats. Like there's rook c1, knight takes here, incoming. There's knight here check, and you're gonna lose castling rights or lose your dark squared bishop. Okay, put the wrong piece on d5. Taking was a miss. You needed to play knight g4. And pawn takes was bad. Yeah, this is actually kind of a common blind spot for me, that I just completely missed that my opponent can castle in very tactical positions. Like, somehow I just completely forgot that he can go the other way. But yeah, bishop takes, rook c8, and rook c1 is bad. Yeah, because of c6, so it says to play h3 and just wait. Yeah, it's really difficult to play these positions. Is there anything other than h3? No. Somehow h3 just is the only move that has crazy advantage. Weird. Okay, definitely not a very accurate game. There's not much to say. Just like every move is a mistake or something. But sacrificing the pawn was cool. I just needed to find the correct ideas. Yeah. But what would have happened in this position after castles? Rook AEC1 is supposedly best. I don't know if I would have played that. Maybe I would have brought a rook to E1. Okay, let's... can I get back to the review? Okay, well this is also going to tell me the moves, obviously. Just turn off the analysis then. After take, castles, if I play like rook e1 here, I mean that seems like a really logical move. And then black plays, maybe not the f-rook, but the a-rook is guarding h6. Maybe black would play b5 here. And then I move my bishop b3, d3 somewhere. Maybe b3. Just to prevent c6 from ever becoming an idea. And then bring a rook over to e8 and try to trade the pieces. There's still more to be said about this position. There's like some a4 stuff, etc., etc. Okay, somehow I made a mistake somewhere. Bishop b3 was just bad, apparently. Bishop d3 is better. Interesting. Alright, well yeah, that's about it for this video, I guess. See ya.